Well, Christmas lights and the smell of pine in the air and getting bundled up, it all goes perfect with a steaming hot bowl of soup. That would sound good this morning because it's so chilly out there. Chef John Paul here. And John Paul, you're going to show us a recipe that you say is better than French onion soup. Is it possible?
It is possible, Kaylee. It's actually twice as good. No, nay, 3, 4, 6 times as good as traditional French onion soup. This is the world famous 6 onion soup, and it's as easy to make as scrambled eggs. I mean, it's so simple. This is what we have here. I'm bringing in a variety of onions, but I offer this up to you to mix and match. So there are a lot of beautiful onions out there. Now we have, what I'm gonna use is our standard yellow onion, all right, which is typical. You can use a yellow or white onion. And then the red onion that everybody knows and loves, okay? It's a little bit sweeter, all right? This is earthy. This has got some sweetness to it. Then I'm going to show you some shallots. Ooh, our onion number 3. Now, this, it has kind of winey overtones almost. It just has this incredible depth of flavor, all right? So if you want to think of it like a stereo, you have bass, mid-range, and treble. These would be my bassy onions. These would be my mid-rangey onions, all right? And then I'm going to throw my garlic in, which is going to be kind of mid-rangey as well. So I have my shallots, my garlic, my red onion, my white onion. And then I'm going to finish it off with some gorgeous scallions, all right? Just beautiful green onions. And some gorgeous chives as a garnish at the end, all right? So these are gonna be my treble flavors. They're gonna be really bright, oniony flavors. So the thing that I don't like about a traditional French onion soup, I love the cheese. It's a great excuse to eat a lot of cheese. But the problem is it tends to be kind of heavy. After you've had that second or third spoonful, it's just really rich, it's really deep. So I like to add these brighter tasting onions to kind of perk them up and just add a little bit of variety and flavor. So I'm gonna show you something, which is the way to cut an onion for soup. Now, I'm going to cut off my blossom end, all right? When the onion grows, all right, there's the stem end, which is the part in the ground, and then the blossom end, which is the part that kind of came out of the ground. So I have my stem end and my blossom end, and I cut those off. And then I'm going to take this guy and just cut him right in half like that. Pull these off to the side. Peel the outside. Now, something that a lot of people don't realize is this papery exterior on the outside is exactly as the same stuff on the inside. It's just dried out. It's just dehydrated. Now, if you look at my onion, this is where the stem end was. So the onion's connected here. This is the blossom end. Now, to cut onions for soup, since it's going to be a long cooking time, I want to do something called a sauté slice. And a sauté slice is cutting the onion this way. So I'm going to put my onion down and slice it this way. Now, this is important because if I cut it into rings, or if I were to cut it this way, okay, if I cut it across the grain, where am I? I'm over here. Okay, if I were to cut it across the grain, the onion falls apart because if you look at the onion naturally, there's these veins in here, and it adds structure to the onion. So if I cut it with the grains, my onion stays separate and stays nice and tense, and I have nice big chunks of onion in there. All right, so I'm going to cut these guys all the way down like this. Now my shallot, very interesting. It's a little bit purple on the inside, and I'm going to cut it the same way. Cut off the stem end, cut off the blossom end, and then when I look in the middle, it's got this gorgeous kind of purpley color. Not quite as dark as the red onion, but just gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. And then we'll cut that one the same way. Boom. Now my garlic, which is my next item, is the most durable. So with my garlic, all I need to do is cut off this nasty end, okay? That's where all the bitterness is, okay? So if you've ever seen garlic on a clove, you'll see that one end down there, it's kind of dry. Cut that off. And then working with garlic, all I need to do is smash it. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of smashing on the board. Well, the problem is there's a gap here. So I need to make sure my handle's off the edge of the board so that my knife is nice and flat. Put this down, give it a crunch, and then just chop, 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 chop. Now, I'm going to take some bacon fat, put it in a pot, and sweat it down to get the fat out. If you want to use butter or oil, you can, but I just love the richness of the bacon fat. Pull the bacon out, use the fat, and I cook my onions until they're this dark. Now, this was about 1.5 pounds of onions. I don't know if you can see that in there, all right? But it's cooked down to almost nothing, which is beautiful, intense flavor. It's gorgeous. Now, if you look on the bottom of the pot, see that brown on there? I want that. That's all good stuff. And then I'm just going to add stock. And then at the very end, all right, I'm going to let that cook out. Throw in some bay leaf, some thyme, and then I end up with this, which is my gorgeous soup, which is all cooked down. Now, I have 2 special tasters that I've had shipped in from Rochester, New York. Could you guys come on up here, please? I'm going to throw my scallion and my chive on top, and then in the oven, I've toasted a little crouton. some Parmesan cheese. And these are people from a cold weather state. So I just wanted to bring in the right people to taste this. And this is Seneca and Savannah Sherman. They are actual people from Rochester, New York, cold weather state, trying a winter soup. Guys, try it. Tell me what you think. All right. We like it? Okay, I think it's a thumbs up. I think it's a thumbs up. Cold weather people eating cold weather soup in Arizona. Kaylee, it doesn't get any better than this.
I can't think of better tasters to have do that, but can I be a taster too?
Absolutely.
All right. Ladies, thank you. Those are his nieces, by the way.